listening to the Babes of Quinny podcast. Episode 21, Something's in Your Eye. I'm wearing a blanket scarf on my head. Here we are. We made it.
It's raining.
It's raining. It's Wednesday. This rain's supposed to last all day. And then snow.
I feel like I need something cozy. I need like soup or like a stew.
Oh, a stew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like chicken stew and dumplings.
Yeah.
Get it at me.
Or like, what's that? The Jewish soup, matzo ball?
I've never had matzo ball stew.
Holy shit.
They're really good.
So good.
Okay, you have a list of things we're talking about. Give it to me.
And by list, I mean, I put some notes in my notes app on my phone. So yeah.
I'm going with my old brain box that doesn't remember things very well.
Okay, so first of all, I've been watching this badass show on Crave.
What is it?
Called The Sex Lives of College Girls.
Is it good?
It is so
it's
good.
It's Mindy
Kaling,
right? Yeah.
And so one of the main characters is a girl, and you know Thomas Chalamet? You know him?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, his sister's in it.
Oh.
And then there's like an Indian girl, and she's like a total slut. And then there's a hot blonde, like typical like preppy chick.
Yeah.
And she comes out as a lesbian. And it's like, it's so good. There's one girl, she like has never done anything like ever. She's very sheltered, and she goes on a hoe phase.
I think you're describing my university experience.
It's so relatable.
My friend and I, instead of calling ourselves sluts, called ourselves sexual explorers.
Love it.
Because you have to take the power back.
I mean, I went through a slut phase. Sorry, Mom, don't listen to this.
I was a hoe.
No, I'm an innocent angel. Yes.
Okay, what else? So I'm putting that on my list. I've been rewatching New Girl because it's comfy.
It's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. I love Schmidt, and like watching it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm Schmidt. And then also watching it, I'm like, oh my God, Jeanette, you're Nick.
Yes.
I realize I'm very dramatic, and like just the way Schmidt handles things, I'm like,
yeah,
that makes sense. Good to go.
And I just want to make paper flowers out of everything.
Does Schmidt do that?
No, but I can.
It's a vibe.
What's the chick's name?
Oh, Jess.
Yeah, so that's something Jess would do.
Yeah, you're Jess.
Like for sure, I would totally. I just want to make like put flowers and sparkles and whatever over everything. I'd be a great teacher.
You would have been a great teacher. I think I would have been a great teacher, but like in a different way.
I would have to have kindergarten classes.
I would have to have grade 12s.
Yes. Yes. You'd be like the cool teacher.
Yeah, I'd be like, why are you looking at me like that? So, yeah. What else is on your list? I love this list.
The best of Belleville neighbors from this last week.
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay. So I came across this post.
Was it the burger?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This was like my Friday or whenever it happened. I was like, this is great content.
So someone posts a picture of a burger from McDonald's. It was a Big Mac. And the lettuce was just kind of like a little bit everywhere.
Was it a Big Mac? I thought it was like a McChicken.
Honestly, I don't know at this point, but I just know that the lettuce was
everywhere.
A little bit everywhere. And
I think I also have a screenshot from this.
Realistically, think about it. Like, you're going to McDonald's for a McDonald's burger. Like, you know what you're going to get, right? You know, it's fast food. Like, these are teenagers. Maybe. Questionable. Anyways, so somebody responds. The person was complaining about the burger not being, like, up to snuff.
Yeah.
And realistically, you're not going to get any results by posting on Belleville Neighbors. You'd have to go back to the store and be like,
Go to the store.
Hey, like, this is not okay.
Well, also don't, because...
Also, just put the lettuce back on the burger.
I make it like, it's like I got a side salad, so I scoop up all the lettuce and like drop it in my mouth. I'm like, perfect, I ate a salad. I'm looking at my phone because I swear I have a screenshot from this.
So a person responds. He's like, this is an example of something not thought or cared about in the last 30 years. The word is craft, attention to detail, and pride. Lost to fast and quick profit. I am a retired contractor, hold a degree in architecture, now a practicing oil painter and visual artist.
It was so good.
And then a girl I know, bless her heart.
Oh, really?
Melissa, is hilarious. She responds, she's like, it's a fast food hamburger, Norman, not an 18th century farmhouse.
Okay, and then later, someone posted like a blurry picture of McDonald's French fries and said, "Don't want to draw away from the hamburger pose, but I just snagged some fries from McDonald's too, and I'm unimpressed and disappointed with the acid trip presentation. We got to hold these teenagers making minimum wage accountable with harsher prison sentences." Okay, here's the thing. Join our Facebook group because we're going to kind of post these things in there just as to bring you joy.
I'm just going to post them. I'll censor everyone's names out.
Yeah.
It'll be just lighthearted fun.
It's just fun. And because, for instance, my mom left Belleville Neighbors because it was just like, she posted because she saw a dead turtle on the road and she said, just remember, like, turtles are out and slow down. And then people were like popping off at her and she just deleted it and left the group.
Martha, you did the right thing.
Martha, Mom, you did the right thing. You just were trying to raise awareness that the turtles are out. Like, I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's just so funny. I love the
people
shit.
take things so seriously.
People take things so seriously, and it really throws people off when you don't. It's so funny.
It's so like a burger. I'm sorry. Like, some things don't need to be put into the community
It was
group.
also probably so busy. Everywhere is understaffed. Like, please remember that right now. Like, everywhere's understaffed. For instance, we went to a restaurant and not all the tables were being used, but we had to wait to be seated.
Yeah.
And then I was like, someone said something about it, and I was like, no, it's because they're short staffed, so they can't fill all the tables. So
Yeah, because they wouldn't be able to, like...
Everyone's just trying their best.
And everyone should be nice to retail workers right now.
Yes, for the holidays.
Say thank you.
Say thank you.
Say please.
Say your hair looks pretty.
I always compliment my Starbucks baristas on my...
Ooh.
I'm just like, hey, guys, thanks.
You look, like, sometimes just telling someone like, oh, I like your shirt or I like your scarf is the moment of the day. Especially now that we're in Saddie season, like, you don't know what someone's going through. So don't be a dick.
I think that's a great piece of advice.
Don't be a dick. That's my motto now. I'm going to tattoo it on myself.
Don't be a dick.
Well, I already have a tattoo on me that says fuck politeness.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
It's on my arm.
I didn't know that.
It's a rooster and it says fuck politeness, which is from a podcast I listen to, My Favorite Murder. They always say fuck politeness.
I like that.
And I got a rooster because roosters are a-holes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to be a rooster.
Sometimes you got to be a rooster.
Be a rooster. Peck at the legs of other people. But don't. I'm joking. Please be nice right now. But
don't pick at anybody's legs.
Don't be a dick. Next tattoo. Do you have anything else on your list?
No, it was just the two things.
Do I have anything on my list? Sorry, I've been aggressively putting my dogs on our Instagram page. And
I love it.
So funny.
Honestly, if anyone complains about dogs, I'm just gonna block them.
Perfect. Like, we finally brought our third dog to town, Jax. So we now have our 3 dogs, and we're starting training tonight with shout out to
Quinny Canine.
Shaggy Dog Training.
Oh, sorry.
That we found. Well, we found them through Quinny Canine because Quinny Canine was full with the reactive rover.
Right.
And so they suggested Victoria from Shaggy Dog Training, and I'm very excited. So I'll keep you updated on that.
Well, I hope. Frank is the problem child?
Very much so.
Okay. Well, Frank, if you're listening,
you got this, buddy.
I
He's
believe in
gotten
you.
a lot better.
I believe in him.
He's just weird, yeah.
He just needs some time.
Yeah, he just needs some time.
There's been a lot of change.
So much change. There's been no consistency until like the past 2 weeks in our life.
Yeah. So I understand why Frank is feeling a little bit unstable.
Same. I've also been feeling unstable.
I get it, Frank. It's okay.
It. So should we, I guess, this episode?
Oh, did I tell you?
Oh.
Okay. So
I'm ready.
I almost fostered a cat.
I feel like I knew this.
Yeah, so I almost fostered a cat. My friend Brogan, she runs Friends and Ferals in Tweed, and she was like, "We need an urgent foster," and I was like, "I'll take him." Like,
do it.
She was really cute. She had like split black and white face, like she was precious. So she's like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "She just needs to get vet checked, and then whatever." So Thursday rolls around, and I'm like excited, and she's like, "Oh no, they decided to keep him. Like they adopted him." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And the funny part is, the day before, Jen and Al from the Cool 100 Morning Show came to my office and they're like, "You're going to adopt this cat. Like, I will put money on it." So we had like a running bet.
A bet going?
About me actually adopting this cat.
I couldn't foster animals because I will keep them.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to like do.
A foster fail.
I want to foster. Well, after having Martha's cat, I was like, I can foster cats.
I don't think it's the worst.
And I was like, this will be fine. And I was like, oh, yeah. So But yeah, my sister and everyone in my life is like, no, you're doing this to get a third cat.
I think you'll have to cat sit Cooper again soon. So that's okay. In January.
I'll take him.
This is my friendly reminder too, as Christmas is coming up. Wait, my mom's calling me. I have to make sure. Hello? Are we on the radio? Oh, I don't know. We're recording and you called me, so I was worried I was on the radio. Can I call you back? Okay, bye. Last time she called me when we were
doing this, we were on the radio.
Yeah.
That would have been a really long time to be on the radio with no one telling us.
14 minutes.
Yeah.
No, they would tell us. This is my like friendly reminder, Christmas reminder that dogs and cats are not Christmas gifts.
Do not give pets as Christmas gifts.
Do not get a puppy thinking it's a great idea. If you are, maybe go to the Humane Society, check some pets out. Mm-hmm. There's definitely a lot of strays that need homes for the holidays.
And tomorrow, I guess this comes out today.
This comes out today, so tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow, the 12 Days of Strays through 95.5 and Cool 100
and brought
is
to you by
starting.
Global Pet Food. I will give them a shout out right now.
Brought to you by Global Pet Foods in conjunction with the Humane Society of Queenie Hastings.
Prince Edward Hastings.
What's the name of the Humane Society?
The Humane Society of Hastings and Prince Edward.
Okay, I was right. Yeah, so we're doing this cool thing. We're going to be featuring strays for 12 days.
Yeah.
And they're really cute. I've gotten 2 of them so far.
Oh, I thought you meant you like adopted them.
No.
I have my first adoption that now lives with my parents, Jada, came from the Humane Society, and Emily from 95.5, her dog Wesley came from the Queenie Humane Society.
My first cat, Gigi, came from the Humane Society.
Yeah, so definitely instead of gifting an animal, please think about adopting and like taking the time, because you know it may be cute now, but it may not be cute in 8 months.
Like, yeah, it's like the pictures are cute, but you know, it's time, attention. It's like a lifelong thing. This isn't just like a seasonal like commitment. This is like you're
money,
in for 15.
Yeah.
Expect to be in for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like this is long-term commitment.
Yeah. Okay. And this is great because our guest today friggin' loves animals. She has animals.
Oh my God,
so that was a good
So
segue.
many.
She has so many. You've probably heard about them on the Cool 100 Morning Show, but without further ado, please welcome our guest,
Jennifer McKay.
This episode is sponsored by Shay Radford of Forest Hill Real Estate Brokerage, Prince Edward County.
Shay is a true babe of Queenie and grew up in the small town of Campbellford. After moving around to Kingston for school and spending time in Toronto, she settled in Belleville with her partner and her pupper Stevie.
Now in Belleville, she is pursuing her dream as a real estate agent. She is inspired and energized to help her clients and give them the confidence to trust her with their biggest investment.
For more information and to see her listings, follow Shay on Instagram at realtor.shay and check out her website, realtorshay.com.
Don't delay, call Shay. Today we are chatting with that was a weird start. Today.
Your announcer.
Today we are chatting with a true fashionista, born in Halifax. Yes, you're a fashionista.
I'm going, where, who's this other guest you have coming in?
You are the most fashionable person I know.
I'm loving this.
No, I just like buying a lot of stuff.
No, I know, but I like it.
Okay. Born in Halifax, then growing up in Toronto, she attended Loyalist College Radio Broadcasting program before it was cool. She started her family in Kitchener and spent many years there. We now consider her a local since she moved to Belleville 10 years ago.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
I've been here longer than you?
Yeah.
How?
I think so.
Okay, wow.
We'll
That's
unpack
wild.
that.
Well, but I had my 2 years of college, too, to tack on.
That's true.
Still longer than you.
Oh, whatever.
You may recognize her voice from your morning commute since she is one of the incredible hosts of the Cool 100 Morning Show. She has 3 adult children plus 2 dogs and 2 cats. She has countless hobbies and creates some amazing things. She is a bookworm and a music lover. We know her well since she is our coworker, and more specifically, she is my aunt. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, please welcome Jenn McKay from Cool 100.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think we're all
sweater
there.
weather. We're
It is
all in
We're all in
sweaters.
like really cute sweaters.
Yeah.
We've got sweaters. We got our reading glasses on. We're good to
I took
go.
mine off. I'll put mine back.
Blue light glasses. I don't actually need glasses. They're just blue light.
Mine are
And-
always dirty.
Yeah, mine too. I need do you wear glasses for every day?
I have to use them for the reading and the computer, so I have them set up because they suggested that, what's that?
Bifocals?
Progressive?
Oh, okay. Is that where they change in the light?
No, it's
Or do you have bifocals?
no, it's where it's is it that am I even using the right word?
Is
now?
it where it's like half of it's like extra
Yeah, so you've got your
magnified?
distance, your
Yeah.
mid, and your reading.
I think that's bifocals.
I think it's bifocal. Oh, no, because it's like a trifocal.
There's the line.
I don't know anything about glasses.
Yeah, because yours are fake.
We literally
But I've
I know, 'cause
learned
I've-
because my distance isn't that bad, so I don't need it as bad. So I've learned that you can do a business one. So that way you have your reading and your computer, but you don't have the line like the bifocal. And it's just for the
Oh.
two.
Don't they make invisible bifocals?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
what I
that's-
have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
kinda
like an invisible
they call it a
bifocal.
business.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Business glasses.
business glasses.
I need business. I don't. I'm only like.
Because I'm all business.
all
I have
business.
so much business.
Oh yeah, all
Are
the
you?
business, all the time.
Are we so formal in business in here?
Yeah.
No.
No, we're like the three
No.
opposite
It's
of
like,
that.
I still fear someday I'm going to have a real job. And it's like, what am I going to do?
I don't. I like that. Just terrifies me.
When I had my what's it called? My review.
Yeah.
I was like, are they gonna fire me? I was so nervous.
I
and
wouldn't
was like,
let them because I need you too badly.
I'm her like emotional support dog.
My emotional support, Katie.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll oust management before they get rid of you. Don't worry.
Perfect. Okay. Did I get everything? You were born in Halifax.
Yep.
You grew up in Toronto,
Mhm.
right? And then you went to Loyalist,
Correct.
and then you moved to Halifax again,
I did.
and then you moved to Kitchener.
And then Kitchener. There was jobs in Cobourg, Kingston, Peterborough,
Oh, wow.
Holy crap! All in radio.
Toronto. And I used to commute from
How-
Kitchener to Toronto.
That one I knew.
So it was great because I'd had to do the 401. I'd get
Yeah.
off the air at 5:30 in the morning when Roger, Rick, and Marilyn would take over on Chum FM. And I'm driving the opposite way out
Yeah.
of Toronto. So I'm watching the traffic
Oh, that's
jams and the
so good.
insanity. And
Wow.
I'm just going, woohoo, this is fine.
I'm fine right now. Wow. Okay.
I didn't know
So-
that.
Yeah,
You're kind of a big deal, eh?
It's kind of a big deal.
Ugh, yeah, sure. That's what I tell myself every day.
Same.
Kind of a big deal. I've been recognized in Walmarts.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do you get, we asked
The
Fergus
fame.
too, like, do you get voice recognized?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that time at Dancing with the Stars when Katie's friends recognized my voice over yours?
Katie is introducing me and going, yep, so Kay is introducing us.
Yeah.
And she's saying, so yeah, I'm Kay and this is Jenn McKay or whatever. And the girl's looking and she's like, I recognize your voice. And Kay's immediately thinking she's talking about
Yeah.
me.
Well, because that would make sense because you're on the radio.
Yeah.
And she's like, you do the podcast with Katie. And oh my God, it's awesome.
It was
And I'm
so
just like,
funny.
it was like it made Kay's day.
Oh, my whole
week,
life.
year.
My entire life. I've never been
It
so
was-
stoked.
After the podcast started, I was at like a event and someone was like, you look really familiar. Like, how do I know you? And I was like, I started a podcast. And they were like, Babes of Quinny. I was like, oh my God. Is this how you feel all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God,
My
I love
daughter's
it.
like, Mom, there's a family over there. We're at Walmart. And she's like, and they're talking about, psst, that's my favorite morning co-host, Jenn McKay over there. And she's telling the family, and my daughter's walking over to me laughing, going, yep, typical. We're in Walmart and you get recognized. I'm like, hey, man, these are my people.
Yeah, I love Walmart. I was there. It's
awesome.
I bought a vacuum in my
Nice.
new apartment. Pretty big deal. Vacuums, big purchase.
Yes, I know. Oh, because my oldest just finally bought a house.
Yes, my cousin Dylan bought a house.
And
Crazy.
moved in
Good for
last
him.
month.
Yeah.
And the expenses, because of course he's never
Now he's
moved
realizing.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the things they've had to get, and now they're talking about, oh, look at this headboard. I'm going, guys, I think you need a bed frame first. You want to get the mattress off the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that
Then
only a
think
year
about
ago.
a headboard, baby.
Yeah, you don't get a frame. You don't need a headboard.
You
Yeah.
need a frame
You don't need a
first.
head.
Yeah, I'm like, you've got to write a list and then prioritize.
But you don't
'cause-
think about all
No.
the random expenses like
Toilet paper is so expensive.
toilet paper, paper towel, cleaning products, vacuum. Like we had to get we
Cleaning
needed new-
supplies.
Yeah,
Like mops.
mops.
Like microfiber cloths.
Yeah, reusable.
I don't even have those, and I've had house for ages. So
Oh,
that makes me feel
I
better.
just- Yeah, I got the microfiber cloths to replace the paper towel because I found I was going through too much of it, and then I just washed them.
Oh, I like that.
And I used to take a lot of heat because I let my kid live at home, and I let his girlfriend move in with the dog.
But,
During
I
the
mean-
pandemic, it was like, okay, well, she needs to move in because you can't go back and forth with
Yeah.
lockdowns. So
Yeah.
that was fine. But everyone's like, you're not charging your kid rent. And I'm
But
like,
they're
no.
eventually going to have a down payment.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I kept thinking long-term goal. So when they do leave, they're not
They're not
coming,
coming
back.
back.
Ooh,
Yeah.
smart parenting.
That is smart parenting.
But he was the kid who saved, because some kids
That's
will
good.
stay at home and then they're like, oh, well, maybe I
have
need
an
that new
extra-
car, or maybe I'm
Yeah.
going to go get this toy, or
Mhm.
yeah.
No,
he was a saver.
You like
That's
long.
good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good for you.
it's just so impressive. He bought a house. Proud of that kid.
Actually, I met Freddie over the weekend.
Oh,
I
my
love
youngest?
Freddie.
Yeah.
He's-
Oh
he's
my gosh,
favorite
she's so
cousin.
cute.
Actually, Megan's close. I don't know.
And what is it? And I see this in a lot of families. He is the little one,
But
Yeah.
he's like 6'4".
He's-
and
cute.
his big brother is like shorter.
Yeah.
And it seems to be this way with the guys. It'll be the younger brother when they hit adult
Mhm.
is the one who's always taller
Taller.
than the older one.
I never even noticed that. But yeah, like Freddie's really tall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was
Is he
so.
taller than you and Jim?
He's probably taller than Jim and I combined.
Yeah, but Megan's tall too.
Yeah, Megan's tall
like
too.
Megan's tall. Huh. Sorry,
It was funny because we're doing the kindness and World Kindness
World
Day
Kindness
was
Day.
like last Sunday, and he was there with road crew with Michelle, and she's like this tiny little like just flipping the bird.
Yeah, to Al. Sorry.
So we're doing this kindness and Quinny, and yeah, Michelle, our other road crew girl, is like 5'2".
She's tiny.
She's
I
teeny
know.
tiny, and she's trying to hold up this sign, and Freddie's just like standing there, like no big deal. It was just really cute.
Oh, he's great.
That's all.
Yeah, he has this thing about hiding things
what?
from me. So basically, if he puts it on a top shelf, then I'll never find it again.
Hilarious.
Well, because my father is short. My brother is very tall.
hmm
And so he's like, well, now Cam has to move everything. If there's ever a moving day or like Cam has to be there. He's putting things up high. He's lifting things.
Isn't Fred tall though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where Cam gets his height.
His grandfather, yeah,
Yeah.
does not get it from his father.
No.
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 Sorry, he who shall not be named.
No. Yeah. Sorry. We don't say his name. Now, did you always want to be? So we come from a radio family. Did you always want to be in radio, or was it like, guess I'll do this?
I kind of always did. There was always that back of my mind thing of maybe a vet. And then I
Yeah.
learned there was a lot of schooling involved.
So much schooling.
So I remember it was grade 8 or 9, we had to do this career fair thing
Mhm.
and do a whole project. And I interviewed my father, who
That makes sense.
was in broadcasting,
Yeah.
and he's in the Broadcasting Hall of Fame in Canada and
He's got a
Ontario and
Juno.
everything. He's got a Juno
He's got a
Award.
judo?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's for.
It's the Walt Grealis Award, and it's for people and what they do within the music industry who aren't in the music industry.
Mhm.
So he'd be in radio, but
Jesus
what he did for
Christ.
music.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal, eh?
Yeah, he's
I
kind of a
know.
big deal.
It's very shocking. I always forget. Do you forget? Or do you always remember? He's
I
kind
always
of a-
remember.
I never. I'm like,
Always remember.
stop yelling at me. And I'm like, oh, I guess you're important.
Fine.
But yeah, now where were we again?
Sorry,
We were talking about
you were talking
Radio.
about interviewing him for career
Yeah,
day.
okay. So I did this big interview with him.
Mhm.
And years later, the school told me that they still have it on file for anyone who has an interest in getting into broadcasting.
Wow.
They
Shut up,
pull out
really?
this interview.
That's really cute.
I'm like, oh, that's wild.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So you graduated high school and went right into radio broadcasting?
I actually, at the time we had grade 13,
You didn't do great.
I dropped out.
And
And
you finished most of the
I
grades.
dropped out. I remember signing the papers at school and then going, oh, now I have to convince my parents that it's an okay idea for me to drop out because I didn't actually tell them.
Did they not have to sign the papers?
No, I was over 18.
Oh
So-
my God.
Actually, I think it was Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, you would have been.
So I signed the papers, and then somehow or another I convinced them that this was a good idea because I kept skipping school and going to the radio station and working.
I mean,
I loved working. From the age of 15, I started working in radio. I was always working.
well, you're really good at it. And
Pretty
it
good at it.
shows.
What did you start doing like at the radio station?
Okay, so my first job there was in the newsroom
Okay.
at Chum.
Yeah.
And I took archive material from those big, giant reel-to-reel machines, and I was archiving it down to cassettes.
Oh.
Damn. The technology.
So if you guys are wondering, Jen has been in the radio game a really long time.
Yes, yes. And then I would also get to book interviews.
Oh.
There was a talk radio show back then, and it was an hour show, Monday to Friday, and I would book the interviews, and they taught me the production. So I'd sit in the other studio and record them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they taught me how to edit, and I'd start editing these interviews down. And then I started to produce their weekend show.
Wow.
So I actually got an on-air credit on Chum FM, and I was still only probably at this point maybe 16, 17 years old.
Amazing.
And I would get this on technical production by Jennifer Sherratt, because that,
Love it.
you know, my
That's
maiden
so
name.
cool.
It was very cool.
And then, but do you feel like you needed to do the broadcast program? Like, because you were already doing it. Like, what led you to
That
go?
was a family thing where your grandfather, my
Mhm.
dad, was very much into this. First of all, no one in the family had ever gone
Yeah.
on and done university.
Really?
No.
And he really, really wanted that for one of his children. And neither my brother nor I took that route either. But the least we could do was the
The
college.
college.
Yeah.
So he was terrified that I was going to just keep working and never make it to college. And I'm like, no. Even though I'm dropping out, I'm going to go to college. And I did.
Yeah.
And it was very bizarre because here I am going into college with, several years experience.
Yeah, you already had the experience.
I didn't tell a lot of people
Yeah,
what my
that's fair.
background was because they would
Well,
all be
yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
That's fair.
I don't think I
And
would either.
The professor knew who I was, but he knew to kind of keep it on the down low. And some people knew and some people didn't. And it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, Fred, what a guy. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that he made you go to college even though you were already working in the. Because
And
I
all
think,
these people were jobbing out. They called it jobbing out back then. And if
Yeah.
you got a job in radio, it was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
don't
you
get
go-
the diploma.
just
go
go.
take the job.
yeah.
It's such a different
think it's
mentality
still-
now.
I think it's still kind of like
Yeah.
that, though.
So it was a big deal. I never jobbed out.
you know,
Like I
yeah.
had to stay. I knew I'm here. I worked on weekends. I worked in evenings, but I was still there.
Well, because so my brother is the first one in the family with a university degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going to be the first one to get a master's degree, but I also dropped out,
Mhm.
which is more of a Sherratt thing than staying in school, truthfully. We love dropping out. So
Oh, well, I'm about to let my kid drop out of geography.
I'm so on board with that. I don't think I have a geography degree. That's my degree. Do I use it? No. I have a podcast.
I need you to do Kate's homework for her.
I'll do it. I can't do it in French, but I can do
Well,
it.
if you do it in English, I'll just have her translate
Perfect. I can do that.
it. Okay, cool.
Anyways, love the tangents. I just had a question and I lost it. We're very professional. So you finished Loyalist, and then did you move to the East Coast?
Yeah, right out. Actually, it was funny because this one girl who had graduated with my class as well, I heard that she was applying for this job in Halifax to do overnight radio, and she was being considered. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even apply because I didn't think I had a hope.
Yeah.
Well, if they're thinking they might hire her, I mean, I was like, I don't mean to
definitely
brag or
hire
anything,
me.
but I think I might be, at least as good as her, if not maybe a smidge better. Maybe I better get a resume down there. So,
Yeah, get it.
Get it, and you got it.
and I got it. And it was funny because, again, with the family name and the history, I was kind of nervous that they might not hire me. And he saw the name and he told me later that he had gone into the general manager's office and said, "Is this who I think it is?" And the general manager went, "Probably." "Well, what do I do?" "Well, who had the best tape?" "She did." "Well, it's easy to hire her,
Yeah.
not easy to fire her, but do what you think you want to do." And that was my first full-time job.
And it was overnight?
Overnight radio.
That's not a thing anymore, right?
No.
Because
no.
everything's voice track.
Yeah.
But I mean, who wants to do overnights?
You
Did you
have
like it?
no idea. It was a whole other world. It's
Was
so
it?
cool. Oh, yeah. And we used to get like phone calls from hospitals, like nurses and stuff going, hey, can you play this for me?
I love
Sometimes you get
that.
requests from prisons.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it.
I kid you not.
That's so cool. Like
okay,
you
that's
never
way
think
cooler
of
than I thought it
that.
would be.
So when did overnight stop? Do you
I was in
know?
Halifax when they
Oh, okay.
stopped doing overnights, and then I had become the swing announcer, so I did some evenings and some weekends. But then when I went to Toronto for Chum FM, they were still overnights. Like, so depends on the market too.
yeah.
But they probably don't actually have a live person overnight now. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't here.
No.
Thing.
No, we
Um,
definitely don't.
Oh, most markets now, a lot of them don't even have
People.
people. They have people from another city.
Yeah, we're mom and pop.
Yeah. We
Yeah, love it.
got real people.
We love real people.
We love small town. We love talking local.
We
Like, I mean,
do. You interviewed Doug's Bicycles this morning.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
fun.
Like, I love what they're doing too,
I
by
do
the way.
too.
Snaps
Shout
to,
out.
Snaps to Doug's bicycle.
Tyler Alsop, man, he's going to, mark my words,
He's gonna
another
be
8
mayor.
years.
Yeah.
He's going to be mayor.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I like him. So you met my uncle, Smackdown Jim, in Halifax?
I did.
How'd you guys meet?
I had this girl calling me on air.
Yeah.
And I had this thing where I wouldn't meet fans because, you know,
That's
you never
super
knew.
fair.
Never
Maybe
knew.
they were going to murder you.
But it was a female, and she was just kind of like really chill. And I was like, you know what? I'll go meet you at the gym sometime. We'll get together. And we
Yeah.
worked out. And we hit it off. We became friends. And then she introduced me to her sister and her brother-in-law. And I used to go hang out at their little shop because they made donairs and stuff.
Oh.
And then Jimmy would come in. And so I set Jimmy up with another girl I worked in radio with on a blind date
You
because
set,
I was dating a guy back in Toronto.
so you set up your
Oh.
future husband with somebody else.
I did. And it didn't work out.
Beautiful.
They went twice and it didn't work out at all.
That's
And
amazing.
meanwhile, the guy in Toronto, he and I broke up and I kept bumping into Jimmy. And next thing you know,
Did Jimmy have a mullet when you met him?
no, but he had the
Oh.
full stash.
He did.
Is that what got you?
Oh, man. Those, you know, the dirty 80s stash, man, it was awesome.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then how long did you date before you got married?
Like 9 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Crap.
What? That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
What
I
took
broke up
so
with him
long?
twice,
Probably deserved it.
but he just
Probably.
kept coming back, you know?
Oh, goodness. I like this story. I didn't know that. That's great. Wow. And then how long did you stay in Halifax? Like, what brought you to Kitchener? A job?
I stayed in Halifax for 5 years.
Okay.
And then it was because that station happened to be union.
Okay.
So there wasn't a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
so I was just going to be stuck being swing evening weekends for as long as I could see.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm in the market I want to be. I love Halifax, but I love my career and I need to move. So I heard about this station that the company had just bought in Kitchener, but you can work in Toronto. Well, until that deal goes through. And, you know, so I
Just a
kind
moving
of decided
part.
to do that.
And Jimmy
And-
followed you.
Well, actually, no, this was on one of our breaks.
We're gonna break up,
But
and I'm
I
gonna
went
leave
back
the
to
province.
Halifax to go visit friends and bumped into him at the bar.
Spicy.
And back together we were.
And then he came to Toronto?
And then he came to Toronto. But he came to Toronto going, I'm not moving to Toronto as your boyfriend. I'm moving to Toronto as we're going to be living together and the intention of getting married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
That's fair, yeah. You
I'm
obviously-
not moving my whole life just for a date.
Fling.
Okay, so, and then how long after that did it take him to marry you?
I don't think we waited that much longer after that.
Oh, okay.
I think my brother was your ring bearer.
He was.
That's so freaking cute.
He had a crush on the flower girl, I think.
Yeah. Older women.
Yeah. Jill's older than him.
I know.
Wait,
it's a
really?
family trait too.
6 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
But my mom's older than my dad.
I knew that.
Yeah. And are you older than Jimmy?
No, I'm the oddball
Oh.
because my son even dates an older woman as well. She's about
I date an older
3,
woman.
4 years older.
Jeanette's a whole month older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part about being in a radio family is at Christmas one year we played Cards Against Humanity. Super chill for a family Christmas. And Jen and my grandfather would put on their radio voices when they read the cards, and I could not handle it because they were saying like the cat queefed and like in a radio voice, and I was like, I can't.
That's hilarious.
And then there's my youngest, Freddie, who at that time was maybe 12,
Yeah, it was probably really inappropriate.
talking about words like bukkake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but had no idea what
No
it meant.
idea.
And that was fine. We're like, no,
We're
we
just
don't
not
need to
gonna
tell you what
tell
that
you.
means.
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story about bukkake.
Isn't there always?
So
I'm Googling. Do you like
do you know what bukkake is?
I look it up on Urban Dictionary every time.
Okay, so back when the red line was a thing, my ex-boyfriend used to walk into the Red Lion and would see Jim or Morton. Is his
Yes.
first name Jim? Jim Morton. And they would yell bukkake at each other.
That's very aggressive because I
very
just
random.
Googled what it means.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. It's a lot. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it's a situation.
It's a situation. Google it if you want. It's on Urban Dictionary. Yeah. And then we were playing with my 12-year-old cousin.
Oh,
Super appropriate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be the one to explain bukkake to him.
No.
I think I would
No.
just like
to-
throw him off.
Or to her grandfather, Fred.
Or to my mom. Yeah. I had to
think-
explain to my mom what a queef was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like that would go down pretty easily.
Pretty chill. Yeah, no, it was fine. It was fine. No one cared. It was chill. And then you had 3 children. That's
I
my
love your
segue.
kids.
Your
I've
kids
never
are
met
pretty
Dylan,
great.
but I think Megan is like a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think she's like she's so cool.
She does not think she is. She
She is
unfortunately
the
struggles with.
coolest person I
Yeah.
have ever met.
Yeah, no, she's got some mental health struggles
Yeah.
that we've
We all-
struggled with for a long time.
Mhm.
Diagnosed with depression very young. And it's a major depressive disorder.
Yeah.
And has just always been struggling. And in fact, all my kids and myself, I got diagnosed late, have ADHD.
Hey, welcome
You
to the
both
club.
did.
And I used to blame all the issues on my husband. I used to go, it's all you, Jim. I get all this from you. And then it was like, oh, wait, that's
Oh,
me.
actually,
Oh,
it's
shit.
That may be a me issue. But this is a thing because my partner Jeanette has ADHD. And in women, a lot of the time it's diagnosed late
Yes.
because they just think it's depression or anxiety, but that's
Or
how
we're talkative, or we're
yeah.
just forgetful. And it's funny because when you got diagnosed, you were like, hey, do this test. And then I was like, okay. So I did a bunch of like, these online tests. And I'm like, maybe I should talk to my doctor about it. So because you got it,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to talk to my doctor about it because I feel like a lot of these things I have. And then I did. So thank
One
you.
of the guys who does This Hour Has 20 Minutes, an old fun CBC show, actually has this site. It's called Totally ADHD. And it's a fun quiz on his site. My doctor pulls it up in his office. He goes, all right, we're going to do this quiz. And I'm looking at this quiz going, oh, because I had no understanding of it. I just think, young boys
Yeah.
bouncing up and down and, really hyper. No.
No.
And I'm like, oh, I don't just have ADHD. I have ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's the same quiz that I had Kate
Yeah.
look at. And she was like, mind blowing. Oh, boy.
It literally, like, getting medicated changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, completely. It's like night and day.
Yeah, even like Jeanette being medicated, I'm like, oh, wow, you're different.
Love it.
You're productive.
But my kids don't want to take medicine. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm not a pusher.
It's up to them.
yeah.
So,
I mean, they're adults now, right?
yeah.
yeah.
So
I do love my medication. It does
Yeah.
help me a lot.
I love meds.
Well, part of ADHD, and I know this, is you guys like to get hobbies.
Oh, boy.
Let's
It's the hobby is getting the hobby.
yeah. So what hobbies? Because I've loved all your hobbies. Have you? Let's go through them. Let's really
Okay, well,
unpack.
there's been like card making
Yeah.
with the stamps. And then that led into the scrapbooking.
Scrapbooking. That one I forgot about. Yeah. You were
Tons of
scrapbooking.
scrapbooking. And meanwhile, you're spending fortunes on all
Oh,
of
yeah.
these things.
Like hundreds.
Yeah.
And then I got into jewelry
That one was a good. I got a lot of jewelry out of that hobby.
But I wanted like semi-precious stones and silver. Oh yeah, like because I can't do anything low key. No. And then I got into the sewing.
That you did. You made a dress. And
I've made quite a few things. Now that the kid has moved out, I'm hoping to
a sewing room.
Have a sewing room, and I can bring the sewing back because I wasn't comfortable enough when the pandemic hit. Everyone turned to sewing, and I'm like, oh, well, suddenly I can't go to my sewing classes, and I'm not quite sure about this or that, and I didn't want to ruin all this stuff, so I just kind of stopped.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what you should get into? Sewing dog clothing, because dog people love spending money on their dog.
Yes, I know. There are 2 guaranteed businesses I've always thought that people could get into. Mm-hmm. Anything pet with dogs, because dog owners will spend insane amounts. The other is hockey parents. Anything with hockey related.
Yeah.
Hockey parents will spend anything on their kids for hockey.
That's true.
Yep. And cheer parents.
Oh, cheer parents. Dog parents. Have you heard of the term DINK?
No.
Double income, no kids.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have heard that.
And so a lot of like pet owners like Jeanette and I are DINKs because double income, no kids, but we have 2 dogs, so they take our income.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I do love that term.
What about when you have 3 kids and 2 dogs? That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's
right?
a lot.
Okay.
And do you have 2 cats? Was I right? Or do you have more than 2 cats?
I have 2 cats, but Dylan took one when he moved out.
Oh, okay. So now you're down to one. You're
down to one
going
cat.
down.
I know.
2 kids, 2 dogs, 1 cat. You're getting down in numbers.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
There's breathing room.
Yeah. And now you're going to have a sewing room. So that hobby is making a comeback. And you love reading, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is your like favorite book or books?
I don't know. I'm into like that. A lot of it is
Are you into like romantic novels?
well, there's some romance sometimes, but what do you call it? Urban
dictionary.
No.
Urban.
I need a dictionary to figure it out.
Let's like
It's
say
like not
some
fantasy,
buzzword.
but
I don't know.
okay. So
I
there's
only read
werewolves.
true-
All right.
Oh.
Okay. So there's that.
So it's fantasy romance.
Yeah. I don't know. I only read like true crime thrillers.
Oh, griffins, dragons, all kinds of wacky things.
Really?
Witches. Yeah.
That's kind of surprising to me, and I don't know why.
A lot of fantasy, a little bit of science fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can deal with that.
Do you read like physical books or do you like Kobo or whatever?
Kindle, because I like to read in the hot tub.
Ah.
And paper books in the hot tub don't mix.
No,
That's
they
why.
get a
Just
little
Kindle.
sweaty.
No, I did just read Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, Katie.
So good.
It is my favorite book I have ever read.
Okay, let me Google.
It is
Daisy Jones.
so good.
So the author is basically a huge Fleetwood Mac fan.
Clearly,
And there's a
yeah.
very loose base of a Fleetwood Mac, but it's basically done all in a documentary style writing.
Is it true?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
But it's to the point that you have to Google it because you're going, are you sure this isn't real?
Yeah.
Who is Daisy
Wow.
Jones and the Six? And you look it up and you're like, no, it's a book.
the
Okay.
cover of the book reminds me of that movie with
Almost Famous?
Yes.
It is. It is very much
Very
an Almost
similar.
Famous, but done in a documentary.
Okay.
That kind of thing, the whole 70s rock
good.
era then. So I just read that one and it was amazing. But I had to buy, even though my daughter owned it on paperback, I bought it on Kindle because I couldn't
Can
read
I
it
read
on
the
hot tub.
paperback? Can I borrow?
Have you read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo?
That is the other one she
What
told me
is
I have to read
that?
next.
Oh, God. It's okay. So it's about this older woman who's had 7 husbands. And
Did she kill them?
No.
Oh.
The universes collide with Daisy Jones and this one. And then there's another book where the universes kind of, like all her books kind of like have like very small, like the characters all kind of like, and then there's this new one about Carrie Soto, who's a tennis player. And she's,
and they all collide.
well, they don't really collide, but they all just live in the same world.
Oh, okay.
Like the Marvel universe where they all kind of like live in the same universe, but
So this is a different universe we're in.
but this one's more like just like there's no superheroes. But it's all very
badass females is the vibe.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Badass females is definitely my vibe for books. though.
Okay.
That is
That's
that's always the theme.
Okay.
And female authors.
yeah.
But Taylor Jenkins Reid is the author of this one, and she is phenomenal.
Okay.
her books are.
I need a book for my vacay, so I'm gonna get that. I might borrow it from your child.
No problem. We'll make that happen.
Perfect. I'll come by.
I'll have my people call your people.
Perfect. I'll
Wait,
text.
do we have people?
We have people?
We have people?
Who
I need a
makes my
person.
calls for me? I'm your person. I almost booked her dentist appointment, but she did it herself.
I did myself.
She
I'm
hasn't
proud of you.
been in a
Thanks.
couple of years.
Yeah,
I know
no,
that's the
I
weird
had a
thing. I have,
moment.
like, between my 3 kids, well, one of them, you know, he's younger. I still do stuff for him a lot.
Yeah.
But one kid, I swear, from the time he was young, he wouldn't let me do things for him.
Oh, really?
So independent, so fiercely like, no, I'm going to take care of this.
Mhm.
And he's the one who's now bought the house. And
Yeah,
I
makes
have
sense.
faith in him making it because he's so fiercely independent. The other one, my daughter, I fear is always going to be at home because she's still like, can you cancel my dentist appointment, Mom? Yeah.
They thought I was going to be at home forever, and I left for a bit. I'm leaving again. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
It's going to be fine. She'll stop doing that eventually. Tell her to do it online. Book it online. Cancel online.
That's what I did. I booked my whole appointment online.
We're giving Megan tips here.
Okay.
Megan, here's some life tips.
Life tips.
You can book and cancel your dentist
Online.
appointments online.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Shaylin Radford from Forest Hill Real Estate here to share a real estate tip of the day with Shay.
What should first-time home buyers think about?
Timeline for closing, costs for closing, and what do you need versus what do you just really, really want.
How can you assist first-time home buyers?
I love taking the time to go over all of the details in any purchase, so you can count on me to bring over a coffee, saddle up, and crunch some numbers.
What should you know about buying in Quincy?
You know, there may be an easement on your property, which means that there is the right to use and or enter the property of another without possessing it. So this could mean a hydro line, or it could mean zoning or a noise easement for planes and trains. So, today's biggest takeaway is to make your wants and needs list. Know what your expectations are, but know where it may be okay to waver. Trust your gut. Everything works out for a reason. Thanks for listening, and until next time.
Follow Shay on Instagram at realtor.shay and check out her website, realtorshay.com.
Don't delay, call Shay.
Okay, can we talk thrifting?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Of course.
yes.
You talk about me being like this fashionista, but really I am just a thrifting junkie now.
It's a like addiction.
Yeah.
What's the,
I don't need more clothes, but
what's
I will
the coolest
thrift.
thing you've thrifted?
Yeah.
Oh, like what? Everything I have almost now is thrifted.
Oh.
I just got something on Poshmark that's coming to the office today.
Oh,
I haven't Poshmarked yet. Do you Poshmark?
oh, I've Poshmarked,
Oh,
and I've
oh,
both
yeah.
ways.
Both-
Oh yeah.
Oh, you go both
I've
ways.
sold
on
and I've
Poshmark.
purchased.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a $600 Kate Spade purse for $80.
Wow. On Poshmark.
High five, girl. High five.
And it's like brand new.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thrift store? Like, where's your go-to?
No offense, but Value Village, not a fan of these days. The prices,
The prices are too high.
I love St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
St. Vincent de
yeah.
Paul.
Yeah. It's
I've been going to the Mission.
yeah.
The Mission
Mission
Thrift is
Thrift.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like Value Village that they figured out like Levi's jeans, Lululemon, like they're all higher price things. So they bump the prices on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very frustrating. I used to be able to get like a $3 t-shirt. You can't do that.
St. Vincent de Paul, I went in one day and they had these chaps designer, jeans on, brand new tags,
Oh, wow.
$5.50
Nice.
score.
Perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, they were so nice that I went back and I was like, oh, they still have more because they had like a bunch of them. And I'm like, they're the same jean. I don't care. I'm buying them again.
Yeah. Do
But
it.
then they jacked the price, so that was $6.
Oh,
so okay,
damn.
fine.
I do think you could have like a Poshmark store. You could like turn your thrifting into.
Oh, you totally can. I know
Yeah.
people who do it, but I'm like, do I want to spend my time, all my time?
Yeah, is that your next hobby?
No.
No,
'cause-
there's a bunch of like local like Instagram accounts that do that. They'll like thrift and then they resell.
Mhm.
I just bought a Woodstock cardigan for Lincoln. It is adorable.
It's
Shout out to
really
Good
cute.
Finds PEC.
Yeah.
Hilariously adorable.
But I love when you're walking down the street though, when someone will stop you and go, "Oh my God, I love your outfit." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And you always have to
You
say
have to
like
say it.
thrifted,
Thrifted.
or Value Village, or oh yeah, Talese.
Yeah, or like
it's
that.
like-
It's such a high.
But as
guess.
women, I feel we have to justify.
Yeah, we're like, I
Somehow
like your
the
dress.
expense.
It has pockets. Like, that's a big one.
It's
Like,
not just thank you.
No.
We can't just take the
No,
compliment.
we have to justify why.
But I mean, quite frankly, if I were to say that to somebody random and they were like, "Oh my god, I thrifted it," I'd be like, "That is a boss move."
That literally happened to me this morning.
Really?
Shay came in and that dress she was wearing was
Oh yeah, right.
thrifted. I was like, that is the cutest dress, thinking it might be from H&M or something. But also, on the thrifting topic, the past 3 years, I was farming. So we thrifted the majority of our clothes because they would just get dirty. But then also, you try to be trendy. And I don't know, and I don't know if it's COVID or what, I don't understand fashion anymore. Like, I tried to be trendy and I bought like a satin slip dress.
I have one
Not
too.
cute.
I have one too, and I'm just like, meh.
You know what works? An
What?
actual satin slip. I have an actual satin slip that I would wear under my dresses.
Yeah.
So my daughter has now
Worn it.
worn it out several times.
Okay.
And her friend even borrowed it. So it wasn't
Megan
the
is-
dress. It was just an actual slip.
Megan is so fashionable. Like,
She gets that from you 100%.
I think so. Like,
But she wears things now. It's so funny watching, she's wearing stuff that I would look at and think, oh, that's like grandmother stuff. Like, I would not buy that. And she's wearing it,
Yeah.
and it's all this
And she
youth
styles it.
again.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
got like the tapestry granny bag, and it's like, score, girl.
I wanted to crochet myself a shirt because this is hip right now. And my mom goes, oh, your grandma used to have a crocheted bathing suit.
And you're like, and I wish I had it.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't I own this? Does she still have
Yeah.
it? Wouldn't put it past her if she still had it. So, yeah, no, but Megan went to see Harry Styles in Ireland and she wore like this cute sequin situation feather boa. I was like, kill it, get it.
Which, by the way, it cost her like a whole $14,
Yeah,
that
like-
dress that she got.
Frigged.
yeah, like she's killing it. She has to listen to this because we're just like pumping her tire.
I know. And it was so funny because Ticketmaster's crazy nowadays. It was cheaper for me to send her to Ireland for Harry Styles
That's
than to try to get tickets in Toronto.
That's insane to me.
Crazy.
It's like trying to buy Blink-182 tickets. I
Shania
cried.
tickets. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Shania Twain at, what was it?
Budweiser
It was
stage.
like the field seats.
we're
We're
like
like-
over $200. I was like, I can't.
I know.
I'm like, are you?
I'm not going to mention I have
fucked?
those Blink-182 tickets then because
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I know. There's like a salty thing going on in the station.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not.
Yeah.
No, and that's fine because
Is it?
no, it is fine. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to cry. You sent me video.
You know what?
What?
You bailed on me for the Killers. I mean, just because your son had to have surgery. Come on.
The shade.
It was because his surgeon moved to Chicago.
So he had to get a new,
We had to have a consult with another surgeon.
not fun. This takes me though. What's the best concert you've ever seen? Because I feel like you've seen some good ones.
Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon, I cried.
Where was it? In Toronto?
I went with her.
It was a bucket list concert.
Wow.
The Killers that I just went to
Yeah.
also was a bucket list
Where
concert.
was that?
That was in Toronto, but I had paid extra. I bought the VIP early
Ooh.
admission.
Yeah.
But then you get there so early and we got the spot, like there was one person in front of us before the
Wow.
stage. But then you can't go
Can't
to the
leave.
bathroom.
No.
You can't do anything. And you stand there for 4 hours before the show has even started. And I'm like,
Can't.
I am too old for
Yeah.
this. But it was incredible being right
there.
up there. That was
Yeah.
amazing. Going way back though, Journey and Foreigner 4.
Okay.
It was the
Damn,
Foreigner
that'd be
4
cool.
album, Journey, Don't Stop. Like, I mean, that's,
yeah.
and they were co-headlining
Where'd you see them?
back at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Wow.
Lovely.
That was one of the best shows. Another one is a less known band from England way back in the day called Squeeze.
That's a great
They
name.
sound fun.
Incredible.
I don't know
So
who they
good.
are, but that sounds like a good time.
And they had this unknown band open for them that then I went out everywhere trying to buy their album and nobody even had it in stores yet. I had to wait a week till it was finally released in Canada. Band called Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
I just knew these guys were going to be huge.
You were like, that hair?
That hair.
Oh my
The hair.
That hair was something else. And to this day, if I see someone with crazy hair, I'm like, check out Flock of Seagulls over there. Like,
Beautiful.
love it.
So
Those
yeah.
are some good. I feel like
I've
you've
seen a really
some great.
Ray Charles.
Shut up.
That would be
My 16th birthday, and my dad took myself to, and I think maybe your father was there for that one. I don't know. I don't know if he came along. He played at the Royal York Hotel in Toronto.
damn.
Holy shit. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
incredible.
couldn't even imagine. Did you see Elton John? Have you seen Elton John?
I've
yet?
seen Elton John a couple times now.
I feel like that's one show I wish I saw.
Same.
Elton John, Billy Joel way back wasn't as good as seeing Elton John now. Because I think he was still trying to do like all the new material and he wasn't as
Yeah.
focused on the hits.
Yeah.
Now he's realized this is my bread and butter. Just do the
The
hits.
hits, yeah.
So it was so much better now than it was then, which is wild.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have like a house in like Coburg?
His husband's Canadian.
They just bought a house, or they just bought a big condo, whatever, outside of Toronto, but I don't think it was Coburg. They might have one in Coburg too.
It's like
David Furnish, though, he's Canadian, his husband. I
Yeah.
met David Furnish once. Your mother and I met him at the Junos when
I got his Juno. Yeah. Casual.
he was at one of the
casual.
after parties we were at.
The best thing about the Juno is it just sat in Fred's cottage. Like it was just there. It's like, oh, there's the Juno.
But growing up and doing radio all my life, you know, every now and then you'll meet, especially with country music, like
yeah.
the artists are always out and about and you meet these people and you're like, wow, you know, you've met. But when people ask me like, okay, biggest celebrity, or a celebrity encounter, I have 2 celebrity encounters that I kick myself to this day. Because growing up, I didn't want to be that person who would go and like fangirl and annoy. And I figured, you know what? They're at a restaurant, they're having a meal. I don't want to bother them.
So who was it?
First of all, there was Lucille Ball.
oh,
I don't know.
what?
Lucy. I love Lucy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She's sitting there having breakfast at the table next to me. And I don't want to do the
die
Yeah,
fangirl
you
thing.
don't want to like,
Die on the spot.
yeah.
So I didn't.
Oh, no. Okay, who's the second one?
Okay, think of one of your favorite movies growing up. Uncle Buck.
No.
John Candy. Sitting at the bar in Toronto at a restaurant, and my mom and I walk in and I see John Candy at the bar, and I'm like, no,
Wow.
I'm not going to go up. I'm not going to be that
so
girl.
Cool.
I would die.
That's so cool.
But it's like, so there were like close encounters, but I'm like, oh, I kick myself now.
John Candy would be one, yeah, that I feel like I would really enjoy. Who is the guy? Dan. He was also on SNL. He lives in Kingston. Can't think of it.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
I saw him like, because he drives like a really old, cool car around Loblaw or like around Kingston, and you know it's him. I was like, I think that's Dan Aykroyd. We were outside Loblaws, and my friends were like, who's Dan Aykroyd? And I was like,
What?
I was like, it's Dan Aykroyd, like from The Great Outdoors. You don't get
Like
it.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, like I'm just like, because my parents, I grew up watching Uncle Buck, Great Outdoor, like all these John Candy movies and Dan Aykroyd movies. So
That's very
Trading
cool.
Spaces, like what? Yeah.
Is that your like celebrity encounter? Have you?
No, like my celebrity encounters aren't that cool. Like, well, they are. Like I met Dallas Smith a couple times, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's the
Dallas
one
is
where
pretty
like
cool.
I wish I introduced myself to him would have been Dan Aykroyd. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I face planted myself right into Paris Hilton.
Shut up. What? How? What happened? Did she fall? Like what?
No, it was at like a club opening in Toronto when I lived in Toronto. And Kate's father was tattooing at this, because the whole idea, it was called Tattoo Rock Club.
Oh, that's
And there's like a
cool.
tattoo studio in the front. So when you were walking by on the street, it was right on Queen Street. And you could watch the person get tattooed through the window. But then there was like a club attached to it. Like
love
so
that.
random. Like Steve Aoki used to play there all the time.
Yeah.
And like, anyway, so the grand opening, they had, what is it? That band, Mastercraft or something. Anyways,
I don't know. I'm not hip.
okay. This is like, it's all like weird, like Toronto, like
Yeah, okay.
dance DJs and bullshit. And they had this opening and there was a bunch of like celebrities and stuff there. And I was wasty pants and I was pissed because of something. I don't know. I was 19 and I was
you're
angry.
angsty.
I was punk rock and I was like, I don't belong here. It's a bunch of club people. And I'm like, I'm just like,
Were you wearing a satin slip?
No. I was probably wearing like jeans and like a band t-shirt.
Nice.
And I went to the bathroom and I was just pissed and I was just beelining it. And I just like face planted right into her.
Nice.
She was really nice and I apologized profusely. And then I went to the bathroom and I peed and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was Paris Hilton.
Uh-huh.
And then I left.
I was at a club with her once too, but I never, like, I didn't realize who she was. She wasn't who she was then.
Yeah.
Somebody was just saying, oh, because I was at a Hilton hotel at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was, and I wasn't staying at the hotel. I was at the bar for some reason. I was in the islands, and that's kind of where you went to drink.
Really...
And I just remember someone going, oh yeah, she's here. She's underage. Everyone knows who she is, and she's underage. She shouldn't even be in here. But daddy owns the place, blah, blah, blah. So, but she wasn't anyone big then. So it was like, kind of, whatever. In and off my radar.
Yeah.
She was really nice though.
Can we rapid fire you? We're going to ask you a quick question. You just answer quickly. Are you ready?
Okay, pressure.
Yeah. Favorite color?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
What's the last thing you texted Megan?
Yeah, you have to check.
That's the whole point.
When you come downstairs, please bring the steam mop.
So good.
That's actually a really good one.
So good.
What's your favorite season?
Fall.
Okay.
Sweater weather.
What's your favorite like fashion era?
Oh.
I've always been boho.
Yeah.
Totally boho chic. So you got to say the 70s.
70s.
Love it.
Nice.
Late 60s, 70s.
What food could you eat every day?
Pizza.
Yeah.
Because you can turn it into a breakfast pizza, a dessert pizza. You could
have
take it into, it's not my favorite food, but it's the food if I could only eat every day. I put thought into this one. So yeah.
And now I'm thinking about like a pizza with like hollandaise sauce.
Oh, and an egg.
And like bacon and like an egg.
Like a lightly scrambled egg. Yeah.
Matt DeMille,
Matt DeMille,
right
please
now.
make me breakfast pizza. Thank you very much.
Pizza de Benny.
Oh, guys, I think we
Alamac.
just created something.
Okay, if whoever's listening,
Please
if you have a
create
brunch
this.
place,
Yeah.
we can call it the Babe's Breakfast.
Into it. Not. Okay, your question.
God, what's... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something related to Al, but I'm like not clever
What's
enough.
your favorite moment with Al? She doesn't have one. Okay, next question. What's your favorite country song?
It's much like the color that's day to day. My country song can change weekly.
Okay.
What's your current one?
But I would have to say, if I have an all-time favorite, one of those songs that's going to be on a desert island with me for country songs is actually Barefoot Blue Jean Night.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. What's your current favorite?
Shaking in the Boots. by
Mine's
Jade-
Shaking in the Boots.
Jade Eagleson. Every single one is a jam.
Yeah.
Bailey Zimmerman.
Oh, he's so good.
He's top 10. That
So
song's top 10.
damn
That
good.
song is so good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what's your best self-care tip?
Screw it. Who cares?
How many cups of
Am I supposed to do self-care?
Yes.
Damn it.
The hot tub. That's your self.
Coffee in a hot tub.
Hot tub.
Yeah.
Alexander Keith's. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your drink of choice,
Alexander Keith's.
Okay. That's very East Coast.
I would have said coffee would be your drink of choice.
Well, it depends on the time of day.
Yeah.
True.
True. Into it. Okay, let's give your socials. You can follow you.
You can follow you.
The people of listening can follow you at Cool 100.
Radio Girl Jen.
Radio Girl Jen. They can listen to you mornings between
Really early, 6 a.m.
to
10.
10 on Cool 100. You can listen live at cool100.ca and follow all the Cool 100 things.
Are you on Christmas and Quinty?
Yeah.
You can listen to it on Christmas and Quinty.
Yay.
Which you can stream live.
At christmasandquinty.com or .ca. Either or. They'll take you to the same place.
Really? That's
Mhm.
cool.
I set it up good.
Nice.
She did.
And do you have any shout out to people, to yourself, to life? No.
Gunner, Finn, dogs, if you're listening, I'll be home soon. There'll be treats.
Perfect.
Megan,
Thank you.
You're cool.
Yeah, Megan, we really like you. I'm coming to get a book from you. Thank you for doing this. This is your second interview because the first one had weird noises in it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for putting up with us twice.
That's their story, and they're sticking to it.
It is, but it's true.
I could not. It was pissing me off. It was the boom. It was the old booms.
We got fancy new stuff here in the studio now this week.
Can I take
awesome.
a picture of it? I want to caress it.
So sexy.
Here, touch my boom.
That's what she said.
That was amazing. I did a little sing song at the end there for this week.
Are we going to tell them about our merch idea?
Fuck yeah. So we're getting merch. It's like in the works. There's going to be a poll up on our Instagram today about stickers or magnets, hopefully sweaters. We're going to ask you to pre-order. And as you know, we love saying that was amazing.
It's just so fun.
It's so fun. And so we want to get mugs made that on the outside say Babes of Quinny. And then at the bottom of the mug say that was amazing. So that when you're done drinking whatever bev you're drinking, that was amazing, I'm assuming.
I hope it was amazing.
I hope so.
And if it wasn't, you just pour another cup.
Or another one. Get it going. So stay tuned for merch.
Yeah.
But Jen was fun. That was a second record because the first time we recorded, I couldn't get the hum out of the audio, which was really bugging me.
And she had to rush out.
Yeah, this one just felt better.
It was just a little bit too chaotic.
And we're a bit better at this now, I like to think.
I think so.
My mom said the last episode, she is my mom, so she has to like it.
Well, yeah.
She said she laughed so hard she cried.
It was so good.
Because I was talking about my feet pictures, but very funny.
I haven't started that yet. I just haven't found the time to sit down and commit to taking a bunch of feet pictures.
It's more time.
Well, it's like I have to get a pedicure.
That's the thing. I had to give myself a pedicure.
I have to moisturize.
Hopefully, this is our side hustle, and then we don't have to sell feet pictures. So, thank you, Shay, for sponsoring us, so we don't have to sell feet pictures. If you want to sponsor us at another time, anyone else, so we don't have to sell feet pictures. Also, buy our merch so we don't have to sell feet pictures. You're really keeping us out of the feet game hustle here.
But if you want to buy feet pictures.
Let us know. We're
slide into our DMs.
We're open to it.
I'm not opposed to it.
So funny that people love feet pictures. That was a tangent. I'm thriving. Also, why is my voice not back to normal yet?
I don't know. You still sound like you smoke a pack a day.
It is getting worse. I know.
It is. Like the last 2-3 days, I've noticed it getting huskier.
It's husky. I am a husky lady. So. No, but thank you, Jen. You are my aunt. I've known you for a long time.
Like your whole life?
My whole life. She's known me. Grew up with her. Grew up with all her kids. Megan.
We should have Megan on.
We should. She's fun and she's very Gen Z.
Yeah, and we can kind of get the Gen Z perspective.
Yeah, what's the Gen Z perspective and why don't I understand it?
Tell me what's cool.
I went to the gym last night. Usually I go in the morning. I've started going to the gym again.
Cool.
Trying to, get those endorphins. And there's all these teenage boys around. And I just feel like they're not doing anything. They're just standing in different areas in their jerseys. And I don't get it. And I feel like an old woman because I'm just get out of my space. I need to work out.
I feel like it's one of those things. It's okay, when you realize you're just not part of the younger generation anymore.
I feel old, but why do I still have acne? That's what I want to talk about. My face is so broken out and it hurts. And I'm like, this is trash. I'm 27.
Yeah.
So.
Have you had your hormones checked?
No, I should though, because TMI, but my period is very irregular, so irregular.
Get your hormones checked.
Where do I do that? My doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Then they can send you to an endocrinologist and they do thyroid stuff, and your thyroid's what controls all your hormones, because that's why I found out I have Hashimoto's.
What's that?
It's a thyroid condition.
Mm-hmm.
And basically there's a hormone that your body makes, and my body just is no.
It said no.
We're not doing that.
Cool.
Or it makes too much of it. I can't remember which one. But there's a certain something in dark leafy greens that my body, it gives me too much or too little of something. I can't remember. Anyways, it eats my metabolism.
So you have a slow metabolism?
So it's basically non-existent. So if you were to do a 2-hour workout, I'd have to do a 5-hour one to get the same results.
I'm so sorry. That's shit.
It's so bad.
I'm so sorry.
And that's why I'm on medication. I'm just kind of okay, I can maintain my weight and everything. Because if I want to lose weight, I specifically have to eat 1,100 calories and work out at least an hour a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah, it's not fun.
That's the only way I'm able to lose weight, which is fine.
I also
like,
have
and
to
I'm
be
just like,
very careful when I go back to the gym because I used to kind of like exercise. Like I would have to exercise,
yeah.
eating disorder life. So I just have to make sure I'm not like too. We did throw out the measuring tape I used to measure myself with. So that was like cleansing.
Yeah, and this is why I can't track it. I don't weigh myself anymore.
Nope.
And I'm just like, you know what? Am I eating right? Am I moving my body?
Yeah.
If I am doing those two things,
I just try to get my steps in during
I'm
the
okay.
day.
Yeah.
And
you just do your best every day. And if that means I'm going to the gym, that's fine. If that means I'm doing yoga one day, that's fine. If that, if it means I'm walking around the block one day,
that's
if it means I'm staying on the couch one day, like that's okay too.
That's okay. and all my friends and I, we all got like a little, we hit 25 and we all got fluffy.
That's what happens.
My one best friend, Alana, because her boyfriend started feeding her a lot of steak. So she's got like this thick ass and like all of a sudden she has tits, which she never had. And you do go through like, it's like my body wants to produce a baby. I don't, but my body is like, you are going to birth something.
You're in your
so you're
prime.
thick and you're ready. And I'm like, joke's on you. Not doing that. Anyways, there's been a lot of tangents today.
That's okay.
So sorry.
I think that's kind of fun.
I do too. Sorry if you hate it. Don't listen. Please listen.
Blocked.
Block.
We're going to
$500.
block your IP address. I can't do that.
Yeah, no, Jen was fun.
She's just like one of my favorite people.
She's so great. And we never see her because she's morning show. Morning show people are kind of spooky because you never see them. They come in at like 5 and they leave at 10.
Except for Al.
Al comes to say hi. He comes candy.
Well, because he eats candy.
Yeah.
Jen's a little bit more elusive.
Yeah, she's like.
But she's always down to do anything.
Yeah, she is,
if
which I really
message them something stupid, they're like, okay.
In. Well, they want to film a whole movie, so.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes next week.
Is it next week we're doing it?
Yeah, because Jen had to leave at like 9.
Oh, chill.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Elusive.
Yeah, elusive. But she was great. We're booked now till January.
We have somebody on January 10th.
Shit.
And I'm so stoked.
And just like, thank you everyone for the support and the support. I don't know.
Or like listening to us.
Just listening to us ramble and like getting to know your community. And if there's anything you want us to add or
shout out. And please join the Babes of Quinny Friends of the Pod Facebook group. I want to start doing on Fridays like things to do this weekend, but winter's kind of tricky sometimes. So I'm going to start. Santa Claus parade. There's one Santa Claus parade this weekend.
Sterling.
Is it Sterling? Sterling's a good one.
Is it Sterling? Yeah. So
because everyone's out on their front porch drinking.
Oh, that's fun. So if there's anything like an event you want us to put in there and share the group, also subscribe to our email list because
we have that.
We have that because eventually when we have merch, you may get a discount code. I don't know. We're getting there.
I should probably finish the website.
Kay's going to finish the website. Things are happening.
We're like building this little weird empire.
We'll rule the world. I like that we both crazy laugh. Also, just side note, Jeanette got a haircut today and I said, send me a picture of your hair. And she said, you'll have to come home early if you want to see it. And then she sent me a picture of Laura Farquaad from Shrek. So I'm a little nervous. And she said, pretty similar, to be honest. Also, English high school fuckboy vibes. So
love it.
I'm so excited to see it. Maybe I'll share a picture. I don't know. I feel like we have to do a like meet Jeanette and I have to post because I talk about her a lot. She needs to be
on the pod. You're like, oh God.
I do want her on. She'd be fun. She loves you.
Really?
She is obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with her.
Well, you guys are obsessed with each other, so we should probably all hang out. Oh, actually, we're doing drag brunch at the Grind and Vine together. Anyways, follow. Thank you to our sponsor, Shay, again, with Real Estate
MVP.
Tip of the Day. You are the MVP. And your outfits are always on point. Yesterday, she was in like these sick leather pants and like a...
Can I get like style tips, Shay?
Shay, come tell us how to dress. I'm wearing a scarf.
You look really cute today.
I bought this shirt at Mark's Work Warehouse. I do love Mark's Work Warehouse. Okay. This has been real. We'll be back next week again. And you all rock. Bye.
Bye.